Have you ever noticed a tiny plant sprouting from a crack in the pavement or wildflowers blooming on empty ground? These are often pioneer plants. They're the first to grow where nothing else can, acting as nature's brave explorers. Pioneer plants thrive in tough places, hot, dry, rocky, or nutrient-poor soils. Their seeds are small and light, easily carried by the wind to new locations. Some seeds can wait in the soil for years, ready to sprout after a fire or landslide. These plants are patient and resilient, springing to life when others can't. They don't need rich soil. They can grow on sand, rocks, or volcanic ash. Pioneer plants grow quickly, covering bare earth with green before other plants arrive. Their rapid growth and simple needs make them perfect for starting new ecosystems. They prepare the way for future forests and meadows. Pioneer plants are the unsung builders of new habitats. They're the first sign of life returning to damaged land, a symbol of nature's power to heal. Far from being mere weeds, they're essential workers in the process called ecological succession. This is how barren land transforms into a thriving community of plants and animals. And it all starts with a single, determined pioneer plant. These tiny heroes begin the monumental task of rebuilding life. Pioneer plants are often called nature's first responders, and for good reason. Like firefighters or paramedics, they rush in after disaster strikes, whether it's a forest fire, flood, or volcanic eruption. When land is left bare and lifeless, pioneer plants are the first to appear. Imagine a blackened landscape after a fire. Soon, green shoots push through the ash. These are the pioneers. They stabilize the environment and start the healing process. After a volcano erupts, pioneer seeds find cracks in the new rock and begin to grow, bringing life to a sterile world. These plants don't wait for perfect conditions. They get to work immediately. They cover bare ground, protect the soil, and create a foundation for other life to return. Their presence is a promise that recovery is possible. Pioneer plants are the brave first wave of nature's healing army. They work in the harshest conditions, where few others can survive. By arriving first, they set the stage for a full ecological recovery. They're not just survivors, they're the architects of renewal. Without them, damaged landscapes would remain barren much longer. Pioneer plants show us that even after disaster, life finds a way. They are the first hope after devastation. Nature's recovery always begins with these resilient first responders. Pioneer plants specialize in disturbed environments, places where the land has been changed or damaged. This could be after a flood, landslide, or even human activities like road building or mining. They thrive where most plants would die, in harsh sun, strong wind, or bare rock. You'll find them on roadsides, abandoned quarries, and old farmland. Volcanic islands are classic pioneer territory. Bare rock becomes home to lichens and mosses, the first colonizers. These simple organisms break down rock, creating the first bits of soil. Soon, tougher plants like ferns and grasses follow. Wherever you see empty or damaged ground, pioneer plants are likely to appear. They seize every opportunity, turning challenges into new beginnings. From city cracks to volcanic ash fields, they're always ready to start the healing process. Pioneer plants are nature's opportunists, transforming barren places into living landscapes. They see every empty space as a chance to rebuild. Pioneer plants come in many forms, each adapted to their environment. In North America, fireweed is famous for covering burned forests with bright pink flowers after a fire. Its seeds travel far on the wind and quickly colonize scorched ground. Clover is another common pioneer, often seen in lawns and fields. Clover enriches the soil by partnering with bacteria that fix nitrogen from the air. This makes the ground more fertile for future plants. In Europe, rosebay willowherb, thistles, and nettles are classic pioneers. Thistles break up hard soil with deep roots, while nettles provide food and shelter for insects and butterflies. Lichens are the ultimate pioneers, growing directly on bare rock. They slowly dissolve rock, creating the first grains of soil. Lichens come in many colors and shapes, showing that even the hardest surfaces can support life. These plants and organisms are the first step in transforming lifeless ground into thriving ecosystems. They pave the way for all other life to follow. Without them, recovery would be impossible. Pioneer plants are the true founders of new habitats. Pioneer plants don't just help themselves, they prepare the environment for others. By providing shade and shelter, they protect delicate seedlings from harsh sun and wind. They create a microclimate making the ground cooler and moister, perfect for new plants to grow. Their presence allows seeds of other species to germinate and survive. Pioneer plants also attract insects, which in turn bring birds and small animals. Their leaves and stems offer food and shelter, forming the base of a new food web. Small mammals and birds find refuge among their dense growth. Over time, as new trees and plants grow taller, pioneer plants are replaced. They can't survive in the shade they helped create, but their job is done. This is ecological succession, the natural handoff from pioneers to the next generation. Pioneer plants sacrifice themselves for the good of the whole community. They set the stage for forests and meadows to flourish. Without them, new life would struggle to take hold. They are the essential first hosts of nature's grand party. Pioneer plants are the original soil builders. On bare rock or sand, they're the first to add organic matter when they die and decompose. This dead material, called humus, makes soil rich and fertile. Their roots break up hard ground, creating channels for air and water. This natural tilling helps future plants grow deeper and stronger. Pioneer roots also hold soil in place, preventing erosion from wind and rain. Their leaves soften the impact of raindrops, protecting the fragile new soil. By stopping erosion, they safeguard the land as it heals. Through life and death, they transform lifeless ground into living soil. They add nutrients, improve structure, and create a foundation for all future life. Pioneer plants are the guardians and builders of healthy ecosystems. Without them, soil would remain poor and unstable. They turn barren earth into fertile ground for generations to come. The power of pioneer plants is clear in places like Mount St. Helens. After the 1980 eruption, the land was buried in ash and looked lifeless. Scientists expected recovery to take centuries, but pioneer plants had other plans. Prairie lupine, a nitrogen fixer, was among the first to grow in the ash. It enriched the soil, attracted insects, and created islands of fertility. Soon, other plants and animals followed, rebuilding the ecosystem. On Surtsey, a volcanic island off Iceland formed in 1963, life began with pioneer plants. The first plant, Sea Rocket, arrived just 2 years after the eruption. Over time, more pioneers arrived, brought by wind, water, and birds. Today, Surtsey is covered in grasses, mosses, and lichens, supporting insects and birds. Gulls nest there, enriching the soil even more. Surtsey is a living example of how pioneer plants transform barren land into vibrant habitats. These stories show nature's resilience and the crucial role of pioneers. Without them, recovery would be slow or impossible. Pioneer plants are the spark that brings new worlds to life. They prove that even the harshest places can be reborn. Pioneer plants aren't just vital for nature, they help people too. By preventing soil erosion, they protect farms, homes, and roads from landslides and mud flows. Fast-growing pioneers stabilize slopes and safeguard communities. In land reclamation, they restore areas damaged by mining or industry, making the ground fertile again. Some pioneers can even clean up pollution, a process called phytoremediation. They absorb toxins from the soil, which can then be safely removed. Many pioneer plants are edible or have medicinal uses, like dandelions and willow trees. By understanding and using these plants, we find natural solutions to environmental problems. They offer us food, medicine, and cleaner land. Pioneer plants are a valuable resource for both people and the planet. Pioneer plants are the foundation of new life and recovery. They heal damaged land, build healthy soil, and support the return of animals and plants. Without them, nature's recovery would be slow or impossible. They protect our homes, help reclaim damaged land, and clean up pollution. Yet we often overlook or remove them, seeing them as weeds. It's time to recognize their true value as essential allies in healing the planet. Protecting pioneer plants and the wild places they restore is crucial for our future. We must give them space and time to do their work. By understanding their role, we can work with them to repair the earth. These tough, overlooked plants are true heroes. They are the silent builders of our world. They deserve our respect, gratitude, and protection. Let's celebrate and safeguard the pioneers that make life possible.